Well, Chris, back for another big week. 2 winners on Saturday at Royal Randwick. Big crowd out there. It was a good day, wasn't it?
It was a good day. Starting to get a bit of atmosphere, and I think people are starting to talk about racing again, which is great. And obviously we've got the facilities and a new start, so now's the time to capitalise on it, and I hope the ATC do that.
This week is a noted week in racing throughout Australia, as obviously Saturday's Caulfield Cup signifies sort of the unofficial start of when we get into the business end of the Spring Carnival. Looking forward to Saturday, 4 runners in the big one?
Yeah, I am. Haven't really thought about it too much, but certainly a lot of work gone into place to get them there, and I think our team should be proud of that, as should the owners, or as they are. And as long as they all run well and we'll get a chance, we'll be more than happy.
We saw 2 winners for the team on Saturday at Randwick. Multilateral looks to be a pretty good progressive up and coming stayer. He's
a winner, Liam. I think that's his 4th Australian win now from about 7 starts. We bought him as a maiden, and yeah, that's what counts, is winning races, and Saturday races, Rosehill, Randwick, his last 2. So certainly heading in the right direction, and obviously the fillies, Chateau Lafay, only scored narrowly but got the job done, and a few high fives from yourself going around, so I'm tipping you had a little bit of support towards Chateau Lafay.
And well, 5s into 280, someone had to do something. Fortella, he was good in Melbourne?
He did a very good job. Plan was just to track Atlantic Jewel, have the last crack at it, but they went pretty slow, and that certainly played into her hands, but no disgrace getting beaten by a champion.
We'll jump into Royal Randwick for this Saturday, the City Tattersalls Club race day. Pretty big day, Caulfield Cup day, but it's a big day in Randwick with a few stakes races. The first race, Double Happy, 2-year-old, been scratched a couple of times. He's found a good barrier.
He has. Nice colt, Lamb. Nice big colt. He doing everything right. Not a natural 2-year-old, but I think he's still a winning chance because he's got so much ability. So should get a nice run from gate 6 and be strong on the line.
You've elected to use the stable apprentice, Johnny Kissick. No qualms having the 3 kilo kid aboard a first starter?
Yes, but you didn't get a jockey in time, so limited options, and I'm more than happy to have John aboard with his 3 kilo claim.
Race 2, Fields of Tuscany in the 3-year-old event over 1600 metres. Good win last start, strikes a tougher race.
Yeah, much tougher. Lovely horse, just very laid back, and I think he'll get to this level, but whether he's ready to take the next step, I'm not sure. So it's a learning curve with this horse so far.
Race 4, also over the 1600 metre journey, done nothing wrong. Thought he was good first up.
Yeah, he was. They ran very slow, so I don't think he could have possibly finished any closer, and he was stripped fitter for the run. At his best form, he'd start favourite in a race like this, but we haven't seen that since he had an injury, although he did win a race at Canterbury since then. So I'm just hoping that he can improve off last start and get back to his old form.
An index linked, obviously it was well noted. You gave Glenn Schofield 2 black eyes after his ride the other day at Kensington. Jason won't be under the same illusions. How close he's got to be?
Just needs to get him to switch off and settle. The horse makes it very hard for riders. Once he puts it all together, he'll win good races, but still a fair way from it in my opinion, Liam, and could be a trap for punters, but he's certainly good enough, we all know that, and barrier 3 gets every chance to settle and switch off to be strong late.
The City Tattersalls Club Cup, the feature race, a listed 2400 metre event, 2 runners. We'll go with Wasn't, Linda Meach. What's doing?
She's a very good rider, Liam. We've got her up, especially to ride Wasn't.
I know that Peter Moody helped compliment her
Well,
card.
when he saw I had her on, he put her on a few as well. So I think she will suit him. And don't worry about last start, they just went slow. And he had no chance back there where he was. So hopefully it's a true run, 2400 on Saturday.
And Thubian, if I get one more track rider or jockey tell me he's flying, I'm going to neck myself. 2 runs this prep have been okay, but he's cost me some. Yeah.
It's what happens when you sleep with the staff, Liam. You're too close to them. He's going alright, 2400 will suit. He's getting there, and Melbourne Cup Day 2800 metre race, that's the race he's been set for.
Well, that's positive. I'll leave him this Saturday, he'll win. Race 7, the 1400 metre open handicap, 3 runners. Pretty classy field this for what is only an open handicap. Kick off with the top weight, Riva de Lago, lumping 61.5.
Yeah, 2 weeks turnaround from the Epsom's not ideal, but I want to give him a run and then we'll work out whether we're taking him to Melbourne. I don't think the weight's a concern, especially with John's claim. He's drawn okay for him. If he's up to his best, he'll win. If not, if that Epsom's taking the bit out of him, he won't win.
Cope AT also got a big weight, impressive winner before a brief let up in the Hawkesbury Cup. Saturday 1400 sort of first up off that short break. Is he a winning chance?
Yeah, he is. He's had 2 trials.
Geez, I love it when you talk like this.
And he needs to perform well because he's going to go to New Zealand in 4 weeks' time, which will be my first runner in New Zealand since I left about 13 years ago. So something we're looking forward to, but he has to come through Saturday's race first and foremost. But I think he'll run very well. He's got a big weight, but he'll just get back and attack the line late. And
talk about the race in New Zealand. It's obviously the horse is owned by Ray Copeland and his world famous bakeries over there, Copeland's Bakeries. It's the Copeland's Bakeries Mile, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. $250,000 race, Group 2, handicap. So it's a nice race for him at Christchurch.
Hey, you sound very enthused.
Yeah, yeah.
Down the bottom of the weights, resuming Disciple. Honest as the day is long, this horse. He was stepped up to sort of listed grade at the end of last prep, and he was very good. 2 trials have been outstanding. Barrier 11, Christian Reese.
Won't run. Wait
nothing
next week.
Hey, next week. We got one for next week, punters. Righto. Last race on the card, the Magnificent for the Mares, 1200 metre event. 2 runners, Hidden Kisses. Well, she did beat Royal Descent, the great mare. She's drawn barrier 8. Blake Shin aboard. What happened in the trial the other day?
Knuckled at the start apparently, and as a precaution, Chocky didn't want to put her under too much pressure, but she's since pulled up fine. And 1200 could be a bit short for her, and she's got a bit of weight to carry, but she's another one that's on trial for Melbourne in 2.5 weeks' time, so needs to run well on Saturday. And
she's clean, very good behind Arenosa and Dystopia. I thought she'd run 3rd for the trifecta. Old Chrissy Waller bury him back in behind him and find the line. 2nd up. What do you reckon on Saturday?
Take a good horse to beat her, Lamb. Simple as that. She's going really well. First up run was terrific. And she's a very good horse.
Beautiful. Let's head south to Melbourne, Victoria, where you will be at Caulfield on the big day. Baban, drawn a wide gate, but can't knock his form. Last start Epsom winner.
No, and the 2 wins before that weren't too bad either. So, similar to Riva de Lago, stepping back from 1400 after a tough Randwick mile that some say is more like a 2000 metre race. It's far from perfect, but it's the best race, in my opinion, to get him ready for the Emirates. It's something we did with Albert the Fat. He ran an unlucky 2nd coming from last from memory and went on to win the Emirates 3 weeks later, so it's the same path we're following. He's a very good horse, but will need luck from the gate.
We'll go through the individual Caulfield Cup runners, starting off with Kalini. Disappointing last start. I know you've said a lot about the tempo of the race, but his trial since was very good.
Yep. His work since been excellent, and he worked down the course proper at Flemington on Tuesday morning, and that was pleasing work. He looks fantastic. Yeah, I just want to see him run well on Saturday. Obviously win some prize money, but secondly to make sure he is on track for the Melbourne Cup, because we couldn't possibly run in a Melbourne Cup if he didn't finish in the first half of the field, or at least look to be heading in the right direction. So fortunately he's drawn really well. Should get the run of the race, so to speak, and and should be finishing off strongly. No excuses.
Moriarty, he's drawn wide, but that shouldn't affect his racing pattern too much. He's generally a get back and run home type.
He is, and I think his run in the Metrop was fairly good, Liam. He will be rock hard fit on Saturday. He's 4th up, and as you say, the barrier's not ideal, but he goes back anyway, and just needs something to take him into the race, and let's see how he finishes off.
Royal Descent, the great mare, she's drawn well. Nash Willis just looks like he should be in a methadone clinic. It's just embarrassing, but he's got down to the 54. Fair play to him. You confident?
Never get too confident because you get too disappointed, Liam, but I think she's a great chance. Simple as that. That's what we're in the game for, is to have runners and to strive to win these types of races, and I think she's as good a chance as you get. Right weight, coming off a good 3-year-old campaign. Second up run and third up run. Well, the first 3 runs were terrific, and we sort of get flattened in the Turnbull, so you might as well say all 4 runs have been first class, including a Group 1 second over a mile. So she's done everything right. She's got a perfect gait, Nash aboard. Gee, there's a lot to like about it, man.
And the favourite, Hawkspur, the big chestnut. He's just been nothing but sensational all preparation. He's probably the deserved favourite, maybe not so much in your eyes, because I know you take the conservative approach, but honestly it must be pretty thrilling going into a big week and a big race with the favourite.
Yeah, for sure. He's done everything right, and I guess we're just just blown away by this turn of, well, his change in form. He's just had 3 wins in Queensland, come back here, won a Group 2 weight for age race, ran a slasher in the Turnbull. A little bit disheartened when the barrier draws came out, but fortunately he's a horse that can go forward, he can go back. He's pretty tractable in a race, he can be used up a couple of times and still be strong at the finish. So yeah, we won't get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think we've got a couple of really good chances, plus a couple of older horses that deserve to be there in a race that anything can happen.
Heading on to the Tristark for the mares, 2 runners. Red Tracer, not a bad draw, not a good draw.
I think she'll come into barrier 7 with the scratchings.
Well, that'll be alright.
Would be good. That's if the emergencies don't gain a start. So that would be alright. And Nash is on her. She hasn't had much luck in Melbourne. But I think it's a nice race for her. She's a good horse.
And Catkin, she's drawn closer to the inside rail at Flemington than she has at Caulfield. Barrier 16, will you run it?
50-50. There's a mile race at Moonee Valley next week. We're thinking about that. I would like to try over the mile at some stage. That barrier 16, it makes it hard, and she's had no luck at all from barriers as preparation, so I don't want to dishearten her.
We had a big night last Thursday night, punters. We were down at Flemington, VRC holding a night with Chris Waller. Mate, it was one of the funniest nights I've ever had. Geez, you were cracking some jokes, but overall must have been an enjoyable experience, talking dribble for an hour and a half.
It was good to be appreciated down there. It was quite humbling, and yeah, I'm really excited about our venture in Melbourne, and I appreciate racing down there and the way the public follow sport. So I think there's a lot we could learn about it in Sydney. They could even have a night with Liam Pryor or something like that. There might be a lot of young people to that.
Mate, there'd be 100,000 sorts and just blokes that just love me.
Yeah, lots of blokes. So no, it was good, and I appreciate getting the opportunity.
Did you feel pretty proud of yourself when Gordon and Beryl come up and asked for your autograph?
Got to work on the autograph a little bit, but I don't know. If I'm important to someone, that's good. But
it'll say cheese for the photo.
I'm not much different to you. I'm a very normal person. I don't need to be signing autographs.
Righto. Good luck on Saturday, mate. Big day.
Thanks, Liam.